The BM-30 Smerch, Russian, Smerk, Tornado, Whirlwind, 9K58 Smerch or 9A52-2 Smerch M is a Soviet heavy multiple rocket launcher. The system is intended to defeat personnel, armored, and soft targets in concentration areas, artillery batteries, command posts and ammunition depots. It was designed in the early 1980s and entered service in the Soviet Army in 1989. When first observed by the West in 1983, it received the code MRL 280mm M 1983. It continued in use by Russia. A program to replace it by the 9A52-4 Tornado was launched in 2018. Operational history: the first confirmed combat uses of the Smerch were in two war zones in 2014. Syrian military forces used the system against rebel forces during the Syrian civil war, including in fighting in Jobar. It was also used by Russia-backed militants to deliver explosive and cluster munitions to Ukrainian military positions and likewise by the Ukrainian army. Several have been seen in use by pro-Russian rebels. The Russian ground forces used the BM-30 in Syria in October 2015 during the Russian intervention in Syria. During the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, Armenia and Azerbaijan both targeted the other country's territory with Smerch rockets. Components: the main components of the RSZ-09K58 Smerch system are the following: rockets 9M55 or 9M528, in containers, BM-9A52-2 launch vehicle, TZM-9T234-2 transloader with an 850 kg crane and 12 spare rockets, automated fire control equipment in the command post 1K123, Vivary, maintenance vehicle PM-270 MTOV, set of arsenal equipment 9F819, training facilities 9F827 and 9F840. The 300mm rockets with a firing range of 70 and 90 km and various warheads have been developed for the Smerch MLRS. The 9A52-2 vehicle with the automated system ensures delivery of fire from an unsurveyed fire position, laying of the launch tube cluster with the crew staying in the cabin and without using aiming points, autonomous determination of an azimuth of the launch tube cluster's longitudinal axis, visual representation of graphical information for the launch tube cluster laying, the route of vehicle movement and location as well as a point of destination and direction of movement on the video terminal. Increase in MLRS survivability owing to reduced time of staying at a fire position. Increased comfort for the laying operator, especially in adverse weather conditions and at night. Increased independent operation owing to the navigation and survey equipment, which allows the vehicle to rapidly change fire positions and move autonomously. Reduction of the combat crew. General characteristics: chassis, MAZ543M or MOSH 79111 emplacement time, 3 minutes displacement time, 2 minutes launch rate salvo time, 12 rounds in 38 seconds reload time, 20 minutes rocket projectiles variants 9A52 standard variant on MOSH 79111 truck, 9A52-2 modified variant on MAZ543M truck, 9A522T, export version, based on the Tatra T816 10x10 truck, 9A52-4 lighter, airmobile version on KAMAZ 6350 truck with modular 6-round rocket pack. Demonstrated in 2007, Arctic version with rockets mounted on DT-30PM tracked vehicle. Operators: current operators Algeria 50 systems in 1999, Armenia 6 systems, received more as of 2018, Azerbaijan 40 systems, Belarus 48 systems in 1990, China, locally produced as the PHL-03, India, total 162 9A52-2T systems in service. The launchers for the Indian Army's 9K58 Smerch 300mm multiple rocket launch (MRL) systems are mounted on 81 Indian-designed 10x10 high-mobility vehicles provided by Indian private sector defense manufacturer Ashok Leyland. The vehicle, which is fitted with a hydraulic crane to reload the system, will supplement and eventually replace the 9A52-2 launch vehicles based on the MAZ543M 8x8 truck chassis. The IA operates several launcher variants for the Smerch system, including around 162 9K58 Smerch batteries, each of which has 6 launch vehicles. Since 2012, India's state-owned Ordnance Factory Board has produced several rocket variants for the system that have a strike range of 70 or 90 kilometers. Iraq 0 systems in 2016, Kazakhstan Kuwait 27 systems in 1996, Morocco 36 systems PHL-03, AR-2 Chinese version, Pakistan 36 units, more produced locally as the A100E with complete top, based on the Chinese A100, Russia 106. More in production. Syria. Unknown number, used in the Syrian civil war. Turkmenistan 6 systems 9A52-2T in 2008-2009. Ukraine 80. United Arab Emirates 6 systems. Venezuela 12 systems. Former operators Soviet Union. Passed on to successor states. Similar systems PHL-96 visually similar missile based on the Wanshan WS-24008 x 8 cross-country truck. However, the PHL-03 and BM-30 do not share interchangeable parts, so they are distinct missiles despite their similar appearance. The Chinese vehicle utilizes a German-designed diesel engine, transmission and hydraulics, manufactured by Wanshan in China, following a technology transfer from ZF Friedrichshafen. The program actually begun in the late 1990s, with the 96 in the designation reportedly meaning 1996, the year that the Chinese military first issued the requirement for a new long-range SPM-RLS. The program went through major redesign changes when the BM-30 Smerch was purchased. Although dubbed by many Chinese as a guided self-propelled multiple rocket launching system, SPM-RLS, the PHL-96 is not strictly speaking a guided SPM-RLS because, technically, none of rockets are guided. The guidance is actually achieved via the sub-munitions, such as the 9M55K1 cluster munition. Only a very limited number of the PHL-96 entered Chinese service because its successor, the PHL-03, entered service shortly after. A 300mm, 10-tube multiple rocket launcher developed by the Beijing-based China Academy of Launch Vehicle Technology, CALT, in the late 1990s. The A100 has a minimum firing range of 40 km and a maximum firing range of 100 km. PHL-03 Chinese development of the PHL-96 with 150 km range. The PHL-03 is a highly digitized PHL-96 with a computerized fire control system, FCS, incorporating GPS, GLONASS, similar to that of the Type 90 ASPM-RL, with a 4-man crew, compared with 3 for the BM-30 PHL-96, which entered service around 2004-2005, only a year or two after its predecessor, the PHL-96. As with the PHL-96, the PHL-03 is not exactly a guided SPM-RL because it is the sub-munitions that are guided, not the rockets themselves. AR-1 Chinese development of the PHL-03. This is actually the first model of the Chinese versions of the BM-30 SPM-RL that is truly a guided rocket system, in that the rockets themselves are guided by the simple primitive cascade inertial terminal guidance used on the WS series SPM-RL, which became standard for later Chinese versions. Russia had already developed a guided version of the BM-30 with mid-course radio command guidance to immediately correct the error in the flight of the rocket once detected by the ballistic tracking radar, but this was not adopted due to financial constraints. AR-1A, Chinese development of the AR-1. A 10-round version of the AR-1, with 2 launching boxes, each containing 5 expandable launching tubes. Once rockets are launched, the entire launch box is replaced, instead of individually reloading each tube as in earlier versions, thus greatly reducing the reload time. A100E, export variant of the AR-1A. In service with the Pakistan Army, AR-2 Chinese development of the AR-1/1A manufactured by Norinco, with range increased to 130 kilometers. AR-3 Chinese system manufactured by Norinco launching 300mm or 370mm rockets. See also Katyusha BM-13 multiple rocket launchers of World War II BM-24240mm multiple rocket launcher BM-27 Urigan 220mm multiple rocket launcher Fajr-5333mm rocket launcher Toros 230 to 260mm rocket launcher M270 U.S. multiple rocket launcher HIMARS, its successor Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launcher, 214mm Indian multiple rocket launcher TOS-1 Buratino heavy flamethrower system, multiple rocket, thermobaric weapon launcher. References Russia's Arms Catalog 2004 Bibliography Jamie Pernat and Adam Hook, Katyusha. Russian multiple rocket launchers 1941-present, New Vanguard 235, Osprey Publishing Limited, Oxford 2016. ISBN 978-1-4728-1086-1 External links Smerch 9A52 to 300mm multi-barreled rocket launcher. Walk-around photos Splav State Research and Production Enterprise.